Hi guys, this is the Don with Overlanding Anglers and welcome back to the channel. Today we're filming Exploring Oklahoma Episode 9 and we're about to jump in the war machine, go meet up with some friends, and then head out to Hinton, Oklahoma to discover some of the amazing history there. So, let's get started. Hinton is a small town roughly 50 miles away from Oklahoma City, with a population of just over 3,000. The town was founded in 1902 and incorporated in 1906 with an economy based around local agriculture. The history of this area is much older. So, to learn about the Hinton area, we're meeting the local expert at the Hinton Historical Museum and Parker House. Well, all right, guys, the first stop on this episode of Exploring Oklahoma is right here, the Hinton Historical Museum. And we're here with Art Peters, and this guy is the president and curator of this museum. He knows a lot of the history about Hinton. So tell us a little bit about the history. How was this town formed?
This town was formed in 1902. The railroad was putting a spur down through here, and they tried to get people interested in putting a town here.
Okay.
It didn't really go very well until Bridgeport had a dispute. And when a lot of people from Bridgeport decided to move over here, then that was 1902 when they moved over here and established this town.
Well, it's really cool. I love the history of a town, especially one that started before the statehood of Oklahoma in 1907. Tell us about this museum. How long have you guys been here?
This museum was established in 1990.
Okay.
The pink house next door was moved here in 1988, and it was restored and opened up as the Hinton Museum. And then about 10 years later, they were able to buy this acre of property and build this building.
It is really cool. And just walking in here, guys, there's so much history all around. And I know asking this it's probably like asking me to pick my favorite song, but what's your favorite piece that you guys have here at the museum?
My favorite piece?
Yeah.
You're right. It's like, what's your favorite song? My favorite, because I'm the one who has collected all of them, is the artifacts that I found along the California Wagon Road that passed right through our town. There's a exit route that goes through Red Rock Canyon. The wagon trains, as they travel through here during the gold rush, this wagon road was surveyed and established to be an immigrant trail for the gold rush in 1849.
The Hinton Historical Museum is amazing and a must-see. It shows the evolution of society and daily life, starting with the artifacts found by Art along the California Wagon Road, to classic instruments, and the evolution of phones and washing machines. Now, my personal favorite was the gas-powered one. Bicycles, wagons, buggies, and cars, this museum is on the same level, if not better, than the Oklahoma Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. Now, the best thing about this museum is Art. He is incredibly friendly and knowledgeable. I could listen to him all day long. But once we finish seeing all of this history, Art is going to tell us about and give us a personal tour of the first mound to be named.
Some of those mounds were named by the first immigrant party that went to California. That first party was being led by the 5th Infantry.
Okay.
There was a girl on that wagon train who was 17 years old and not married. She was very pretty. She was very friendly. She was second cousin of President James Madison.
Wow.
Who was president. He was our 5th president. And so all the young military men, any other young man on the wagon trail was trying to win her favor before they got to California. So those men are all in competition as to how could how could the first guy get outdone by the second guy? How could the third guy outdo the second guy? And finally, when someone named one of the mounds after her, she did get engaged to one of the soldiers, and that mound is Rock Mary, and it's within the series of mounds out there west of town.
Is that the mound you're going to take us out to today?
Yes, yeah.
The drive out to Rock Mary was awesome. Art pointed out that we were driving right next to where the wagon roads passed and knew every inch of the land. Most of the mounds are situated on private property now, but you can still appreciate them and their history from the road. All right, Art has taken us to Rock Mary, so let's go get a first-hand look and check this out. Rock Mary was the first mound discovered by the first wagon train that was moving through to California. As Art mentioned, Rock Mary was named by Lieutenant James H. Simpson of the 5th Infantry in an attempt to win the affection of 17-year-old civilian Mary Conway. Being here, it was easy to imagine what it was like for those brave settlers traveling west. Quiet, with only the sound of the wind blowing through the prairie grass, what would they have thought when they came upon this unusual rock formation in the middle of nowhere? What would they have thought when they came upon the rest of the mounds? I can only imagine, but for now, let's say goodbye to Rock Mary and head to check out the others. Just a little further west on the Sugar Creek Loop, and we found the rest of the mounds, each with a unique name and legend that deserves their own episode of Exploring Oklahoma. All of them also a stop along the California Wagon Road. California was acquired from Mexico with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848, marking the end of the Mexican-American War. Later that year, gold was discovered and the Great Migration began. Life on the wagon roads was grueling and dangerous, but the promise of new lands and a possible fortune in gold made those risks worth it. A fortune may be an understatement, because prospectors found an estimated 750,000 pounds of gold. That's nearly $17.5 billion in today's economy. These pioneers who traveled the wagon roads for whatever reason were essentially the nation's first overlanders. Imagine yourself in a wagon traveling these lands for the first time. Now, though we could explore these roads for hours, it's time to head home. Well, all right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video, because that's going to do it for this episode of Exploring Oklahoma. We really enjoyed making this video for you, so please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and smash the bell so that you'll get notified when we have future content. If you guys are interested in visiting any of the places that we went today, start first with the Hinton Historical Museum and go talk to Art. That guy can teach you more about frontier history than you would ever think is possible. And also, please check out our website, overlandinganglers.hq.com, and join the Overlanding Anglers Expeditionaries. You guys are going to get access to content that is not on this YouTube channel, and you're going to get some pretty sweet discounts. Until then, though, guys, get out there, keep exploring, have some tight lines, and I've got to wash this thing because I made a promise to this little girl that anytime we went out and explored, I would always wash it. So, have a good one.